Meredith.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
Madam
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good.
Welcome to the Wednesday, March 12th, 2025 work session for the Mayor and Council meeting in the Borough of Ramsey. The meeting is also being conducted telephonically. The dial-in number is 425-436-6365, access code 213563. And of course, the meeting may also be viewed on the Ramsey YouTube channel, which can be located via the borough's website. Roll call, please.
Mayor Dillon,
Here.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Here.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Here.
Councilman Kilman is not here, Councilman Popolo,
Here.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Here.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
Thank you. Flag salute, please. We'll ask Councilwoman Woods to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the Mayor and Council was published in the Bergen Record and the Suburban News on Wednesday, January 15, 2025. Do we have approval of minutes?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from February 26th, 2025.
I would like to second.
Thank you. Any comments or changes to the minutes? No, not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Communications.
Madam Mayor, thank you very much. This is Councilwoman Cusick. I'd like to approve the communications from the agenda. Thank you.
Move that they be accepted and filed.
And then move that they be accepted and filed. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Do we have a second since Councilman Killen?
Yes, I second, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you. All right, any comments on the communications? I want to thank Sergeant Sanders for his wonderful service to the Ramsey Police Department and the Ramsey community, and wish him the very best in his retirement. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Public comment. We'll open it up to public comment at this point. Anyone wish to address their governing body, please give your name, spell, and the last name and address. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker unless reduced because of volume of business on the agenda. Please note public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments later in the meeting or as directed by the chair. The Borough Clerk is the official timekeeper. All right, there's no one in council chambers for public comment. Anyone on the line? First call for comment from anyone on the line. Second call for public comment for anyone on the telephone line. Third and final call for anyone, for public comment for anyone on the telephone line. Not hearing anyone, I will close public comment. Okay, we have no advertised public hearing for final consideration. We have no appointments. Let's move on to consent resolutions.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Be it resolved that resolutions 061, 2025 through and including 068, 2025, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey, be and are hereby passed and approved. There are no special permits or block party requests this evening.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any comments on the consent resolutions? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Committee and liaisons. Councilman Gutwetter.
Thank you again, Madam Mayor. My report for this evening, for the library board, we met this past Monday evening. Winterfest was run Saturday, March 1st. It was a successful event with 500-plus people in attendance. The February program highlights include the launching of Comics Plus, a new online digital content platform, the launching of a homebound delivery service. The Lunar New Year was held on February 15th as a successful event. The first music bingo for adults, as well as various music programs for kids, and a Sunday concert sponsored by Friends of the Ramsey Library also took place in the month of February. The meeting room renovations are underway, and Director Latham presented the 2024 annual report at the library board meeting last Monday, which shows general growth in physical item and digital circulation from prior years, an increase in technical assistance appointments, and an increase in New York Times and Wall Street Journal online use. The Recreation Commission, winter sports, basketball and wrestling have concluded their programs and were well participated. Spring sports registration for adult softball is open, and the season should be beginning in early April, as well as for volleyball. The Easter egg hunt, in partnership with the Ramsey Fire Department, will be held on Saturday, April 12th in the morning. More information should follow at our meeting closer to the end of the month. Ramsey Farmers Market is open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and continue the schedule through April. There are still approximately 50 dedicated farmers and food purveyors each and every Sunday. Director is planning many interesting events once the weather gets a little warmer. And just want to lastly thank Councilwoman Poppy for organizing a Meet the Cop and Meet the Mayor and Council event we had this past Sunday for new residents of the community at the community center. And lastly, I want to congratulate Sergeant Sanders on his retirement in the Ramsey Police Department, and best wishes for his retirement. And also congratulate Kelly Sylvester on her appointment as Deputy Borough Clerk. That's my report for this evening.
Thank you. All right, anybody have any comments for Councilman Kilman? No? All right, then we'll move on to Building, Planning, and Zoning. Councilwoman Woods.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to start by congratulating Kelly Sylvester on her appointment to Deputy Borough Clerk. She's invaluable in every position she does, but we're so happy to have her. And also congratulations to Eric Saunders on his retirement after 25 years, which I think says a lot, that he stayed with us 25 years. That's amazing. The Senior Trustee Board will meet tomorrow, March 13th. The Zoning Board of Adjustment will meet March 19th. And Design Review Board will meet March 25th. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Utilities, Buildings, and Grounds, Councilwoman Cusick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Congratulations to Kelly Sylvester, our Deputy Bureau Clerk, and congratulations to Sergeant Eric Sanders for your retirement. The report tonight will provide an update regarding our Planning Board, Shade Tree Commission, and Public Border Works. The March 4th meeting for the Planning Board was canceled. The next meeting will be the 18th of March. At the February 4th meeting, there was a hearing for the Ramsey Board of Public Works Monopole. The Borough of Ramsey is seeking to use a communication facility that is proposed to be built on property located in Mawa and used by our Ramsey Board of Public Works for supervisory control and data acquisition. In addition, there will be use for our Ramsey Emergency Services communications. The planning board was charged with reviewing the location, character, and extent of the project, and that the public funds being spent fall within the goals of the Bureau of Ramsey and the master plan. There were testimony from members of the public during the almost 4-hour-long meeting. Mayor Dillon and I were recused. The planning board recommended the project to the governing board, which is us, the mayor and council. The Shade Tree Commission met on 20th of February 2025. The next meeting is scheduled for the 20th of March 2025, and our vice chair, Jim Lewis, will be sworn in at this meeting. This year, there will be over 40 new trees planted in our borough. Our Shade Tree Commission also has a wonderful submission for the Ramsey Journal Spring Edition. For the Board of Public Works, it last met on the 24th of February 2025. The next meeting is on the 17th of March 2025. Per and polyfluorinated substances, PFAS, are a group of chemicals used to make fluoropolymer coatings
and impact our water supply. These are products that resist heat, oil stains, and grease. The U.S. EPA has PFAS water quality limits that are in effect for our supply. H2M, our architectural and engineering firm, is working with the Ramsey Water Department regarding treatment approaches at our well treatment facilities at Arrow Road and at Darlington, Brookfield, North Central, and Spring Street. Those are phase 2. For the lead service line replacement, the Board of Public Works continues planning and implementing regarding the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection's lead service line replacement legislation. This project requires that all lead service lines served by the water system, which is ours in the Borough of Ramsey, be replaced by the year 2031. And lastly, the Water Quality Accountability Act report is due in March, and H2M, our firm, Environmental and Engineering, is working to complete it. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Want to pass it back down? Public and governmental relations, Councilwoman Poppy.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. First, I'd like to thank the Borough Mayor and Council and the Ramsey Police Department for their support and attendance on Sunday. It was great to have the new residents out and talk to them about our town. A lot of them were interested in the committees and organizations that we have in the community, and they wanted more information on possibly attending a meeting or joining, which is fantastic. I would also like to wish Sergeant Sander well in his retirement. Thank you for your 25 years of service. And congratulations to Deputy Borough Clerk Kelly Sylvester. I'm sure she's going to be an invaluable asset to the borough, as per usual. I thoroughly enjoy working with her, and this is a well-deserved promotion. The last stigma-free meeting was March 3rd. They had a fantastic turnout. We have a lot of professionals from the community, lots of people who are psychologists and associated with NAMI or West Bergen Mental Health are coming out and showing a lot of interest in bringing back stigma-free. May 3rd will be the walk and talkathon at Ramsey High School, so they're working to get that together. The Ramsey Municipal Alliance will meet on the 24th of March, and the Pool Commission will meet on the 19th of March. The Ramsey Journal articles, the submissions ended on Friday, so we are in editing right now to get those journals out the week of April 7th. Thank you.
Thank you. Health, Education, Social Services, Councilman Popolo.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Also, congratulations to Sergeant Sanders on his retirement. Wish him all the best. Congratulations as well to Kelly Sylvester on her promotion and the Deputy Borough Clerk. And a special thanks to Councilwoman Poppy for the new resident breakfast. I too really enjoyed that, and it was well attended and had a lot of good discussions with new residents, a good mix of residents too, which was really good, so thank you. For Ramsey is for Everyone, we completed the basketball season on March 8th. Thank you to everyone that helped out with that season. I know it was a lot of work, but thank you for all your efforts. Next up will be softball, which will probably begin in mid to late April, and again, that will be at Finch Park. Environmental meeting, the Ramsey cleanup is being scheduled, which is April 5th, with the rain date of April 6th, so they're going as roughly 20 plus areas that will be covered, so we started to go through that scheduling and organization. And then Board of Ed will have our next meeting next week on the 18th. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a very nice retirement party for Sherry Richards on February 27th. It was very well attended. And I actually found myself the other day, I was reaching out to Councilman Popolo about a Cub Scouts thing, and I almost said to him, ask Sherry for the certificates. And I was like, no, wait, you have to ask Meredith or Kelly now. So anyway, she is missed. Congratulations to Kelly Sylvester on becoming the Deputy Borough clerk. I think she will do a fabulous job, absolutely, no doubt in my mind. And I also want to recognize Laura Coletti, who went through a lot of training and certifications to become a technical assistant to the construction official. So that was a promotion for Laura, and absolutely well-deserved. Thank you to Councilwoman Poppy for organizing the coffee with the mayor and council and the Ramsey Police Department. I thought it was a very nice event, well-attended, and very interesting to meet all the new residents from, like, their stories as to why they moved to Ramsey, where they moved from, and it was quite a different age groups. I was
Yeah.
surprised by all the different ages, so really a great event, thank you. And want to let everybody know, the library board voted on Monday night that they're going to name the community room the Emily Rennie Community Room.
Oh,
So right now,
awesome,
that's right.
awesome.
So right now, the community room is being painted, and then fresh carpeting will be installed, so they're doing a lot of painting in the back area. And the old water fountain is gonna be replaced by a new water fountain that also has a water bottle filling station.
Oh, nice.
So that's all good things happening at the library.
Madam Mayor, will you let us know when there's an official
Absolutely.
ceremony for Emily? Oh, so
Absolutely, yeah, we're
wonderful.
very excited about that. So hopefully Emily will be able to join us
Oh,
for that event. Okay, and that's all I have. Borough Administrator.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Comments on a few of the items on the agenda tonight. Resolution 63 was confirming the appointment of Kelly Sylvester as Deputy Borough Clerk. Prior to the retirement of Deputy Clerk Richards, Ms. Sylvester had been taking the requisite courses from the state needed to become a New Jersey registered municipal clerk. She now has completed those courses, and having worked side by side with Sherry should provide for a smooth transition. Her salary will be adjusted based on her new position and responsibilities. Also, as noted in tonight's resolution, upon successful completion of the State Borough Clerk examination and then having all the requisite training and qualifications to be a registered municipal clerk, would receive an additional adjustment. Again, there's no kind of differential in courses or licensing between deputy clerk and clerk, so she'll essentially have all of the licenses for clerk as well. Resolution 64 is authorizing the cancellation of unused balances of a funded ordinance, number 12, 2019, as the project has now been fully completed. This was for resurfacing work on Elbert Street and Myrtle Ave. The ordinance is now fully funded. There's no debt outstanding on it, so canceling this will return the funds to the borough's capital improvement account in the amount of $167,518.41. Resolution 65 authorizes a change order approval for the contract with Land Associates related to the engineering work on the Alita Place culvert. We contracted with them last year for civil engineering services on replacing this culvert. During this work, they discovered unforeseen conditions due to cracking on the culvert's abutments and wing walls. This condition will necessitate additional services and change in the scope of work. The change order approves this additional work in an amount not to exceed $21,200. Resolution 66 authorizes part-time non-union salary adjustments. It sets the 2025 salaries for the OEM coordinator, the deputy coordinators, and the executive administrator. In addition, our part-time tax collector will receive a 2% increase for 2025 as well. Resolution 67, as the governing body has commented on, is accepting the retirement of Sergeant Sanders effective June 30th with regret. He's been with us for 25 years in dedicated service, and we thank him for everything he's done for the community and wish him all the best in his retirement. Resolution 68, as the mayor mentioned, is confirming the appointment of Laura Coletti as technical assistant. She's worked in the building department for a number of years. In her current position, she was the assistant to the technical assistant. But with her work experience in the department and having completed the prerequisites needed and obtained the New Jersey technical assistant license, it's the recommendation of construction official Venturini to appoint her as a technical assistant. You're allowed to have more than one, so we have Carolyn Green as well, so we'll have 2 technical assistants, and her salary will be adjusted to reflect her new position. A couple other items. Last meeting, we introduced ordinance 4/2025, Before this ordinance can have its public hearing and vote on adoption by the mayor and council, it must be reviewed by the planning board for consistency with the master plan. It is on the agenda for the next planning board meeting, and then the timing for future action by the mayor and council on this ordinance will be determined subsequent to that review by the planning board. The municipal budget was, the presentation was February 12th meeting. The budget was introduced at our last meeting on February 26th. And the public hearing and vote on adoption of the budget is scheduled for the next meeting on March 26th. And that would conclude my comments.
Thank you. Borough Attorney.
Just want to join in congratulating Kelly as the new deputy borough clerk.
Excellent. Borough Clerk, Ms. Bendian?
Yes, thank you. I want to congratulate Kelly Sylvester on her appointment as deputy clerk. I'm very excited to work with her. She's got big shoes to fill, but the first 2 weeks, she's already been a superstar.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Thank you. All right, we'll move on to introduction of ordinances. Ordinance 05, 2025.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the introduction of ordinance 05, 2025. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to authorize capital improvements for the purpose of 2025 road surfacing program and acquisition of vehicle for the Office of Emergency Management in the Borough of Ramsey, Bergen County, New Jersey, and to appropriate the sum of $275,000 to pay the cost thereof. Pass the first reading by title, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage and adoption at a regular meeting of the mayor and council to be held on the 26th day of March, 2025, at 7 p.m. prevailing time, or as soon after as the matter can be reached at the municipal building in said borough. And be it further resolved that the borough clerk be and she hereby is instructed to publish in an official newspaper of the borough in the manner provided by law a copy of said ordinance together with notice of introduction thereof, and notice when the same will be considered for final passage and adoption.
I'd like to second that.
Thank you. Do we have any comments on this ordinance?
Yes, Madam Mayor. This is a capital improvement ordinance with funding coming from budgeted funds to the borough's capital improvement account, and therefore there is no debt incurred. The total ordinance is for $275,000, with $200,000 being allocated to partially fund our 2025 annual road surfacing program, and $75,000 to a replacement command vehicle for our Office of Emergency Management.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Popolo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. We'll move on to ordinance 06, 2025.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the introduction of ordinance 06, 2025. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Chapter 3 of the Code of the Borough of Ramsey, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, so as to establish Section 3-33 entitled Distribution of Unsolicited Advertising Circulars and Newspapers. Pass the first reading by title, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage and adoption at a regular meeting of the mayor and council to be held on the 26th day of March 2025, 7 p.m. prevailing time, or as soon after as the matter can be reached at the municipal building in said borough. And be it further resolved that the borough clerk be and she hereby is instructed to publish in an official newspaper of the borough in the manner provided by law a copy of said ordinance, together with notice of introduction thereof, and notice when the same will be considered for final passage and adoption.
Do we have a second?
Madam Mayor, this is Councilwoman Cusick, and I second.
Thank you. Before we vote, do we have any comments on it?
Yes, Madam Mayor. This ordinance establishes that any unsolicited advertising circulars and newspapers, if delivered or deposited on private property, should be within a 3-foot radius of where the mail is received. In addition, the unsolicited material should contain contact information so a resident can provide notice for any future delivery to be canceled. The ordinance also establishes penalties for violations.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Popolo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, we don't have any unfinished business or new business, and we have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
7:24.
The roll.